everyone, and welcome back to another dev stream. So my name is Pyrit, and just let us know if you can hear us correctly in the chat, and we can jump right in. Hello everyone.
It's such a good start. Such a good start.
So first off, thank you so much for the compliments, at least for Johanny.
Thanks.
And as you can see, today I'm joined by Johanny, our lead producer.
I'm not lead producer though.
You're what?
Lead programmer.
Lead? Dude, my brain is not working correctly today. Like seriously, it has been a long day.
It's quite hot.
So sorry. So yeah, our lead programmer. We will be talking about a lot of fixes, work in progress, answer some of your questions, obviously. But we will start off by introducing you and what you do in the Vigor team.
All right. So hey, you might know me from a previous dev stream where I had longer hairs. I'm Johanny, I'm French, I am the lead programmer on Vigor since November, and yeah, that's pretty much this, like that's the short version.
That's the short version, alright. Hello everyone in the chat again, and I just wanted to ask you a few questions. So,
Sure.
First thing first,
Interviewing.
how does your everyday, like day-to-day workday looks like?
It varies a lot based on how many issues we have. So like for the past 2 weeks it was like crazy because as you guys know we had a lot of server issues, so I was really busy just like, you know, fixing them, working with the team to fix it. How much for me to go about?
You can go
I don't
as much
think,
as you want.
yeah, I don't think I will, but oh well. Anyway,
Okay.
So yeah, my daily routine is basically to check the server status, see if everything is alright. If it's not, I will start to send like a few messages here and there to make sure that we are addressing these issues fast. I check on the team, other programmers, see what they are up to, if they're on track, if they have any issues, blockers. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Like my goal is just to set priorities for the programming team. I'm always like trying to think about what are the most critical issues and steer the team in fixing them, prioritizing these. Optimization, like yeah. And then the rest of my work, like it's actually a small part of it, but I'm still coding a little. But so I was mostly doing backend, or I was doing backend before being the lead. So yeah, here and there I'm making fixes to our cloud services, online services for the game, making some improvements, etc. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, we have one question from the community for you.
Okay.
How much for you to go bald?
I don't
Seems
know.
like it's a big change since the last time you had long hair.
Yeah.
It was quarantine hair, right?
Yeah, it was. It was like, so in Czech Republic, all the hairdressers, they were closed, so I had to have long hair, but now it's finally over. I can have my normal haircut again. So, and I think it's for the best.
It depends. Everyone loved your hair, but they love it even more now.
It seems.
So, all right. This was the introduction. I'm sure that we will touch more on what you do while answering the questions.
Yeah.
But talking about questions, I think that we can jump right into them.
Okay.
We have quite a few this time, so
As always.
let's see. First question is about legacy seasons, which brings me to another thing. In the beginning of the week, we were planning to have our lead scripter on the stream.
That's true.
Sadly, he was not able to come, so we will still be covering some of the legacy seasons questions, but we will be talking more about fixes and work in progress.
Yeah, exactly.
But to the first question, will it be your own choice on what season to take on in legacy seasons? And do you get to play through more than one legacy season? Well, this is a really good question, and it will change over time, basically, because we want to release the legacy seasons gradually. So, you know, every time one season at a time. So eventually there will be a lot of seasons legacy seasons to choose from. But right now there will be only one season available.
Yeah, yeah. We start with one season, and then so, and I think the question is also about like if you can make progress in multiple legacy season at once, and the answer to that is no. So you actually have to choose which legacy season you want to play. So for now, the question doesn't really make more sense because
Yeah.
there will be only one, so you will be able to just progress in this one. But as we will add more, all legacy season will stay in the game permanently, and you can like just take them as you want. Like you will take one, finish it, then take the next one. Like it's really up to you guys to play it as you like.
Exactly. All right, so this was the first question. Let's jump to the next one and then we will check the chat quickly.
All right.
So the next question is, hi, when and will you add hand, smoke, and gas grenades? We
So-
get this question every stream.
Yeah, grenades. That's a hot topic. Even in the team, currently we are working on grenades. Our target release is 9.0, so not this next update, but the one after. We have seen a ton of progress with grenades, but the more we advance in the development, the more we think about all the other things, because it's basically explosions, and so there is a lot of questions with what should grenade interact with, like what should grenade do when they are underwater, what should grenades do when they blow up next to glass, should they break glass, should they, like, there is a lot of questions. Should the explosion penetrate some materials and like deal damage to you? So yeah, we are working actively on it. It's shaping up. I'm quite happy with what I'm seeing on this front, and it's looking very good. But yeah, there is still a lot of things we need to figure out because of these, like, it's explosions and it needs to it can interact with a lot of things, and so it's raising a ton of interesting questions at the moment. And so the goal will be that we will soon like define which interaction have the priority. So maybe not all the interactions we want to put in the game will be there in 9.0, but for sure we want to have grenades there. So if they are not too buggy, we will ship them. If they are too buggy, you'll have to wait a bit longer, but yeah, that's the current plan at least. So that's our target.
Yeah, exactly. And I can already see a ton of questions in the chat, and like whether you need like materials and resources to craft like grenades and so on. Which is like still, we are working with some really cool prototypes, but many of those questions like are still in discussion. So we will see about that. But obviously, if you have any feedback, any thoughts on grenades, how would you make them? Definitely let us know, and we will make sure to read the feedback and discuss it for sure.
Yeah, it's time. Like, it's time for you to give feedback on that because we are currently implementing it. So yeah, feedback maybe not, but IDs.
Yeah. So this is a really good question on legacy seasons. Will there be a time limit on legacy seasons, or they will be permanent?
They're permanent. So once we release them in a game, they will be there.
Exactly. So you do not have to rush it or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And I also saw some really cool questions on legacy seasons on Reddit. One was, if you have to choose whether you will be grinding for Battle Pass or the legacy season, and you can actually do both at the same time.
Exactly, yeah. So you can progress through the current season and at the same time through the selected legacy season.
So at least this should be something positive for you guys. And let's see some more questions.
All right.
The next one is kind of tricky, and I know that Johanny is quite excited to
it's time to speak about the servers. Like, the last 2 weeks I know have been quite horrible for you guys. I'm very sorry. Most of it was not in our control. Like, things went off in data centers, so we had to just like react on that and fix things. So yeah. That's how life is. That's how live games are, online games are. So yeah. So what happened? Like the first weekend, so we actually migrated a few of our servers to new machines, right? And so by doing that, a few of the configuration we have to, tweak the servers, make sure that they're running good. Some of these got rolled back to other, like it was not properly set up. And so this explains partially like this question that we have. So they are mentioning that servers were very laggy, and that was the reason behind that is that the servers were running out of CPU, so the CPU was not fast enough on these machines to let the game run, like let the server run at the target frame rate. And when the target frame rate is not attained, it's making lagging. It's causing lag for everybody connected to that server. So this is why. So I guess like that person had lag, and not just that person, but a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago when there was CPU issues like that, but they have been fixed in the meantime. The configuration have been tweaked. So yeah, hopefully now you don't have lag, or at least it's not caused by the servers. And well, it doesn't mean like that all servers are running perfectly smooth. We are always looking into that, but sometimes there is just like one machine having some hardware issues, and so we need to identify this, and we are thinking of ways to improve our monitoring on this side. So yeah, this will come. So yeah, we are looking into it. We want to improve it. We know that like it's an online game. It's important to have stable servers. So yeah, the reason behind like these last 2 weeks was that migration, because it changed a lot of things server side, and it was supposed to be transparent, but it sadly wasn't. So yeah, so that's the first issue, and there was actually 2 more issues with servers that happened during the last 2 weeks. So last weekend, on top of the crashes and the CPU being limited, there was another issue with our online services creating, and this is the reason why you had the lobby, the buggy lobby, where you would see like the boosted lobby and then the match would disconnect. This is when our servers cannot reach the online services because they need to register the match so that all the things you will gather in the match will be properly registered on your account. And so it's important that this connection works fine. And there was some issues with that. Our online services were not able to create new matches because we reached some limitation in our implementation. So we quickly fixed this on Saturday morning. But yeah, because there was the crash, it didn't seem like we did anything, but we actually did. So that's kind of sad for us, but oh well.
Oh yeah.
And then the third issue was this weekend, and yeah, so it was the European servers. There was some issues in Frankfurt data center. A rack of server blow up, like it burnt, and so the machines, all the servers that were running on this machine, they started not being able to reach our online services once again. But that was contained to only these Frankfurt servers, so it was impacting mostly European players. So this is why we had that announcement out.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so we found the reason behind that. We found the fix. Sadly, we found it on Monday, so the whole weekend was kind of screwed. Like you had the chance to fall on these buggy servers, and so yeah, I apologize for that. But yeah, we worked throughout the weekend, but we managed to fix it only on Monday. So yeah, that's quite unfortunate. But yeah, now it should be better. The situation with server crashes should be back to new stable. I was checking this like on a daily basis this week and touching with our partners to make sure that everything goes back to smooth. And so far, from what we see in our monitoring, it is smooth. Like we had very few crashes this night, like compared to last weekend where we had a few thousand crashes. This week and today we had like 9, which is almost unnoticeable for most of you guys, so this is good. Of course, we want to fix these 9 crashes, like some instances where about something else. But yeah, so that's the status for servers. I believe that now you can play the game. You should not have lag. You should not have disconnections. And if you do, keep reporting them, because this is how we get to know about issues and we know that we need to focus on things.
Yeah, exactly. And I am so overwhelmed by the positive response in the chat right now because like
Cool.
everyone is super
Yeah,
happy
I
about
wasn't really looking.
about you being so open about it and looking into it. That's really great. Thank you so much. So much
Thank
for
you,
everyone
guys.
watching and for the kind words. Now, so we have the servers out of the way.
Yeah.
And The
Oh,
chat is
these
feeling.
issues probably. Oh, that's an interesting question about shootout. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so the same issue that happened with encounters. So yeah, actually, you're right. Game modes were behaving differently with when it's not possible to, like, oh, wow. When dedicated servers are not able to communicate with the online services, it causes the buggy lobby on encounters, and it causes that you like the rewards for shootout and elimination won't be registered on your account
Mm-hmm.
because the server is sending a request to the online services to say, hey, this guy played elimination and he ranked first, so he should receive whatever battle pass XP and some
Mm-hmm.
food.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And because that communication is broken, it's not registered. So you managed to play shootout and elimination, but sadly it was not registering the rewards.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, just one more thing to be open about, I
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Okay, thank you. Now, of course, we have some really hot questions about legacy seasons and the upcoming update 8.1
Indeed.
and the release date and stuff like that. I would like to first talk about what's in it, and then eventually we will also get to the release date
Right.
and and
Awesome.
all
Yeah.
that. Now,
Uh,
next question, or do you
yeah.
see any great
No,
question?
go
No.
ahead.
Okay.
I think you're going exactly where I will. Yeah. Oh no,
Oh no.
that's not this one.
Yeah, it's not this one, but we will get to it.
Okay.
Yeah, the daily challenges. This is something that we are currently looking into. The fix is semi-ready.
Yeah.
We are testing it,
Yeah.
but no promises for 8.1.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking more further.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
next,
We attempted
yeah.
to fix this one for 8.1, but we didn't find like all the reasons why it's happening. So
Hmm.
yeah, you will have to wait a little longer for this one.
Hmm. But there will be still like a ton of fixes in the next
Oh yeah.
update, which is something that I wanted to jump to. So I will quickly find a question and we can jump right in.
All right.
This one was really good.
Okay, let's go.
I wanted to first thank everyone on Reddit for the amazing posts and questions. Sadly, most of them were so long that we would be talking just about one comment during the whole stream, which is not fair. So this is just a snippet from one of my like absolute favorite comments. And it's mentioning like the bugs, and the person was asking like, what is the progress, the status on these bugs?
Yeah, right. So, first one, compass bug. It is fixed in 8.1, so yeah, you will be able to properly coordinate with your teammates now,
Mm-hmm.
thanks to the fixed compass, and yeah, the compass matches the map, the like cardinal directions on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So this is fixed. So good news. The prone bug won't be fixed. The bloom bug will be fixed. It is fixed in 8.1. You can
Mm.
stop asking about it. Finally, you can
Yeah.
shoot and not have to melee randomly. So, yeah. Thanks for reporting it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
Exactly.
Tonda, for fixing it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so this one is out of the way. I'm very glad that it's
Yeah,
actually
me
fixed,
too.
that we managed to.
Mm-hmm.
And we were looking into it quite late in the development of 8.1, and we managed. And I'm like so proud of the team for making it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the one. Broken weapons after locked container. This is
This is
also a
good.
big one,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also fixed. So yeah, now you can pick the locked container, and it won't prevent your weapon from shooting, which was a weird interaction anyway.
Oh yeah.
Not a very fun gameplay mechanic. It wasn't. It wasn't. So yeah, this one is also fixed. Then what's the next one? Barrel
Barrel.
versus crosshair. When I
Yeah.
have a solid crosshair and a clear shot, the bullets still hit the ground rocks I'm close to. Makes lying prone and sniping a guessing game. Yeah, this one. Oh yeah, I think I know about this one. Like it's when you're prone and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
like the bullet trajectory is like a bit too low and it's like
Yeah.
hitting the ground in front
Mm-hmm.
of you, but you have the feeling that you will be shooting far
Yeah, above
away.
it. Yeah.
This is um, this is not fixed yet. We made some changes, like speaking about shooting, we made some changes to close range. So finally, now, if you're in close range with fighting close range, I think this will be most noticeable in shootout. You will see, like, you will be able to land your shots much more easily. So yeah, close range has been like really looked into for this for 8.1, and we made a bunch of fixes to how shooting works in close range. So now, yeah, shotguns, machine guns, like every time you will be like very close, like 2-3 meters or even closer, you will be able to register your shots much easily, much more easily. Yeah.
Nice.
The next one
Excellent.
is about, oh yeah, tooltips in the loading screens being wrong. Do you want to answer this one?
Uh, yeah, well, oh, and they are mentioning the anti-camping mortars, which is like true.
Well, yeah. So the thing about this one, it's a very like, for me, it's like I don't care so much about loading tooltips, so I don't
Yeah,
know
I
much
do not read
about it.
them usually in
I'm
like any game.
like, yeah, exactly. Well, I'm reading them when I play, but it's I don't follow on the what we do, like what kind of changes we do to loading tips so much because I have,
Yeah.
things that are has a better priority, like shooting and
Yeah,
service.
yeah, for
But
sure.
anyway, the short answer is some tooltips have been tweaked in 8.1. Is it the one mentioned in this comment? I am not sure, but it's possible that one of the tooltip, like about the motor strikes, was removed.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that not all of them were
Yeah.
like fixed or tweaked, but there were some tweaks, and we will eventually like get all of them fixed or removed. Better way.
Yeah, yeah. If you keep noticing like tooltips that don't make sense,
Just
report
let us
it.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
send
report
us
it.
a screenshot, and we will have a look.
And the last one is the Parker Hale bug.
Right. So this opens up an interesting discussion about weapons in 8.1. So we did a bunch of balancing tweaks, not just to weapon, but also to armor plates. So this is also a big topic for 8.1.
Yeah.
So Parker Hale has received some buff to deliver more on that promise that it's a one-shot kill weapon. So there has been buff to how many damage will be applied to the head, to the torso for the Parker Hale. So it will be easier to one-shot kill other players with this weapon if you manage to hit them in the correct spots. Um, the other two weapons that we changed in 8.1 is the SG1 and the H-bar. And these two weapons have been over the top for quite a while now,
Oh yeah, true.
like driving the meta. And so we did some tweaks to these weapons. Nerfs, big nerfs, moderate nerfs, but yeah, they have been changed quite heavily. So now SG1 and H-bar won't like dominate the meta so much, hopefully. So yeah, this is like we are really putting ourselves out with this one. So we need your feedback on this, so that if you don't like these changes, report it fast, so that we have time to address it for
Yeah.
9.0, right?
Exactly.
So SG1 and H-bar are both nerfed. They should like, if I remember the patch note correctly, they will be closer to what the other, like their counterparts are, like the Gewer and the other one for the H-bar. I don't remember the name. But yeah, so this is the big changes. And I also mentioned that we changed armor plates, so I will cover this quickly. Armor plates were basically a bit too hoppy, especially since we introduced the Parker L. We discovered some issues. So one of the issues that will be fixed with armor plates is that if you would take a bullet and there would be some overflow damage, so meaning that that bullet would deal more than what the armor plate protects you, these damage wouldn't be dealt to your character, right? So if you would be shot by a park, it would like likely take 100 damage, and the armor plate would absorb like 50 damage, and the 50 remaining damages they wouldn't be applied to your character. And this has changed now, so it means that armor plates are kind of nerfed because of this change. And the other meaningful, important change that was done to armor plates is that if you had armor plates, the bullets wouldn't stagger you, and so this is no longer the case. So even if you have armor plates on, you will receive shots and you will have stagger as you should. So yeah,
Nice.
that's the news about weapons for 8.1.
Everyone seems super excited. There are a lot of discussions,
Yeah,
and
I'm
you will
trying to
have
keep up
even
with the
like,
chat.
yeah, and it's really hard. But it's also important to like try it out yourself, and then you will see if you actually like the changes or if you do not like them. That's really important. Also, our partners will be able to start streaming the new update pretty soon, so you will be able to check them out as well. And I'm sure that they also have their own opinion on those
Indeed.
changes, so we will see how that goes. Now, we will leave the chat for a bit and jump to a question that also popped out multiple times in the chat today.
Yeah.
And it's this one. What are you going to do to retain us veteran
Indeed.
looters and like players in general?
Yeah. So there won't be anything for vets in 8.1, and this is usually not about like pushing new big features in
Yeah,
point 1
exactly. Like the
updates.
mid updates are
Yeah.
smaller, more bug fixes, and
Yeah,
so on.
exactly. So obviously nothing. 9.0 we actually won't have new things for veterans in this one, but these are things that we are discussing in the team currently, and so we are brainstorming about ideas what we can bring to the game that will, you know, increase the longevity of the game, like the progression in the game. Like,
Yeah,
so yeah, we're really
yeah.
aiming at adding this year, definitely, like later this year. And we are brainstorming about this currently. So if it's like the perfect time for you guys to send us ideas. Like if you wanna try to influence what kind of end game mechanic we will be putting in the game, now is your time to make suggestions, because this is the time where we are brainstorming, and anything that is suggested we can like has a chance to get in the game. So yeah, it's now the right time, because sometimes it's like too late. You report bugs, you suggest things, but like the update is already finished and ready to be delivered, released. But this time it's actually different. This time, like end game progression, end game mechanics to retain veteran players. That's something that it's the right time to suggest ideas.
Yeah, exactly. And like, it's not something for looters. Obviously, our first step in that direction was introducing the legacy seasons, because then you will be able to complete the ones that you weren't able to complete before, or you weren't playing the game at the time. So this might help. Also, Zane was mentioning on our last stream that the team is really passionate about introducing more lore into the Outlands. So this might be something really interesting to the veteran players. Not that much when it comes to like upgrades, or really grinding for stuff, but more of like finding out more about the game and the world. So these are our first baby steps towards that like direction of keeping our veteran players entertained. And there are other things. Obviously, we are working on new map, which
Yeah.
like all of you know, we have been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, yeah. Like 9.0 will come with new content. Like this is really the thing we are working on at the moment. So there will be definitely new content. Like the last two main updates, there was like
Yeah,
less new content,
it was a
but
bit
more fixes.
underwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah. And this time 9.0 is about more content this time. Like we are shifting. Like we think that the game is more stable. Well, now it feels weird to say this after 2 weeks of server crashes, but
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully these are out of the way, and now we are looking into new content.
We have nice idea in the chat. Buried cache. How about booby traps or contact bombs in the wrong spots to stop people from random guessing and needing the picture?
That's a good idea.
It is, it is. And I think that someone from the team was actually suggesting something like
It's
this.
not the first time I hear about it.
Yeah, it was when we were discussing like booby traps in general,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. I think there will be some attention given to booby traps for 9.0. So yeah, not for 8.1, not the next release, but the next after this.
Yeah, because there was a really nice discussion on Reddit about it that like many players think that is the less useful tool, like the worthless
Yeah,
tool,
and actually we
basically.
checked our analytics on this, and it translates well into the analytics. Like it's even less used than the fake glint, which is supposed to be like a very situational consumable, whereas
Yeah.
booby trap you can use it in many other on all maps, and yet it's not the case. So yeah, that's we'll be looking at it, doing some tweaks.
Yeah, for sure. And was there some other fixes that we wanted to mention
Yeah, so
for
the
the
team
next
did
update?
their homework, and I have a bunch of good news about like long-standing issues that the community wanted to have fixed. So I quickly run through it, and maybe we can just look at the chat and see
Yeah,
what
yeah,
they are saying,
exactly.
if they
I
want
would
more
do just
details
that.
about something. So the jam weapon, because of the lock container, this is fixed. The weapon bloom is fixed. The PlayStation local save medals and trophies have been fixed. So hopefully now you can finally get the trophy, the platinum trophy on Vigor. The triggered condition for achievements and trophies. Oh, not achievements. It's not. Anyway, have been like debugged, and we found the reasons why they were not working. So yeah, it's fixed in 8.1, so you can finally get the platinum trophies. The second big thing about PlayStation is PlayStation leaderboards. They are also fixed.
Yes.
I know, so you will finally be able to show off. That's
Yeah,
nice.
so everyone in the chat that has been asking this whole time about PlayStation leaderboards,
Yeah.
finally.
I must say, like last time I was on the dev stream, the chat was mostly about PS leaderboards, and that had a huge influence on me. I was like, okay, I will check. So yeah, this is fixed now. It was a team effort between coders and scripters because yeah, we had to dig quite deep into the engine to find out why it wasn't working. So yeah, it's fixed now. The rapid fire glitch is fixed. So I don't know if we have spoken about this one already. No, not yet today, right? No.
We mentioned it briefly.
We mentioned it briefly. Cool. So yeah, the rapid fire glitch is fixed, so you cannot like just unload your Parker Ale by spamming the switch weapon button anymore. So this is fixed. So hopefully, yeah, I've seen also that this in elimination, that players were using this glitch, and that was giving them some unfair advantages when there was bolt action weapons during the round, because they were like able to shoot full auto, whereas you would be like missing your shot and then reloading very slowly. So yeah, this one is out of the way. There is more to this story for the rapid fire thingy, because there is some devices that we would like to address. But yeah, there is some possibility that you will still see this glitch, but now it's not as easy to pull off in the game as it was. The next one is about the compass, so we already mentioned this one. There is another one that we fixed, which was the weapon crossover. So this is I haven't actually seen a lot of questions about this one on Reddit, etc. But sometimes you have people sending a screenshot and you have like two weapons smushed together, and they're like aiming first person, and it's like you don't see anything because there is two weapons like overlapping with each other, and this is fixed, hopefully. So yeah, we think that it's fixed. Our QA testing, like QA didn't encounter that bug while testing 8.1 anymore, so we believe strongly that it is fixed. But if you still see it, as always, report it, and we will try to look into it in time for the next update. Yeah, one more small tweak that is maybe important to mention is portable signal detector. Now, when someone will detect you with the portable signal detector, you will receive a notification at the bottom of the screen, just like when someone uses the antenna.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you will
Yeah.
know when someone sees you thanks to such devices.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, And the last one that is important to mention is shootout. So you may know that there was a bunch of invisibility problems in shootout, and some. I'm not saying that all of the cases where it could happen are fixed, but some of them have been fixed. So hopefully it means that there will be even less
Mm-hmm.
invisibility, invisible people in shootout. Yeah,
That's also great.
I think I'm pretty much done with the list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the big news. Uh,
Yeah, but
the
like
big fixes, like
it's really good. I'm
yeah,
so glad that we can finally say that we have fixed so much stuff that was bothering the community for quite a long time.
yeah, like especially the bloom.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So I think that this is actually a really packed stream.
yeah, yeah, indeed.
And I wanted to jump to the next question, but we have another thing on our schedule today,
Right.
which is a giveaway.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
new.
it will be a bit different than last time. You will be able to choose from three different answers. I will just ask my moderators to let me know once we are ready in the chat. You guys do not have to do that, don't worry. Slow mode will be turned off on the Twitch chat. So just let's talk about it. What's gonna happen? I will show you the question. There will be three answers. The first person to answer with the correct answer will be rewarded with a crowns code. Our moderators will contact you, and we will make sure to also pick a few of you randomly. So
Sounds fair.
let's wait just for a bit more
The answer
for
is B.
for the chat, and the answer is B. I love that. I love that. All right. So it seems that all of us all of us are ready? Cool. So I will be showing you the questions in three, two, one. Let's go. So when was update 1.0 released? The full free-to-play release of the game. Was it A, B, or C? We have many different opinions in the chat, but I can see
There's some trend.
a few right answers.
And now it's all like the late people. It's all the people that like Google it now.
Oh yeah. Like you have to be really quick because some people
Yeah,
remember this for
yeah.
sure. It's obviously our anniversary, so yeah,
It's
and
important to remember it.
yeah, the answer is D. Yeah, well,
Mad Wasted called it.
birthday party confirmed. Oh, that would be really nice. We definitely
Should
have
we
a
invite
few.
people over to Czech Republic?
That would be costly, but man, it would be one hell of a party.
Yeah.
Anyway, the correct answer is obviously B. Thank you everyone for
Nice.
joining the giveaway. Our moderators will be taking it from now, and at the end of the stream, we will again announce all of the winners. So thank you, and we can jump back to the questions. This was really
Awesome.
nice, but this was kind of easy. I think that the second question, so there's one more giveaway on your way, will be a bit harder.
Okay.
Nice. So back to the
I'm intrigued. I
questions.
don't even know the questions.
Right. You guys said on Instagram that the locked container shooting bug fix is ready, but you aren't
Right.
adding
Yeah.
it. This is a really good question, and I really
Yeah.
want to answer it.
So you already know the answer that we fixed the bug, so this is out of the way. The thing is, between the time you report issues and the time our QA is able to refine consistent reproduction steps so that we can actually address the bug, like all the process of bug fixing takes time. And then once we have the bug fix, why are we not releasing it instantly? Because it's difficult. Because it's
We
difficult.
can't.
Like it's it would be possible, and we have done hotfixes like this in the past, like when the with the PlayStation crashes, for instance,
Oh
we did
yeah,
hotfix that. But see, like that's very different.
it's
Like
a
the severity
different.
of the
Yeah.
issue was very different. Like
Mhm.
crashes are very bad, and it was happening for everybody on PlayStation 4, so that was like a very big issue, and we had to address this quite quickly. But like the lock container, the weapon jamming wasn't as critical because if you would play shootout, that was fine. If you would play encounters and the locked
Mhm.
container wouldn't spawn, that would be fine. So like the chance you had to run into that issue was actually quite was lower than the crashes, for instance.
Mhm. Mhm.
So we can do it, but it's difficult. It requires a lot of coordination in the team because we have to pull them out of their focus on what they are currently implementing and have them working on this issue, and then we have to do a bunch of manipulation to make sure that we generate the build, that there is only this one fix and no regression in the build, meaning that older bugs will like reappear. Like
Mhm.
not, be careful to not introduce new bugs. So like
Mhm.
this is difficult to pull out. So this is why we usually don't do it, because messing with our update schedule is it needs to be worth it. And
Mhm.
this issue didn't seem to be as worth it as it was to like make us hotfix something. So yeah, that's pretty much how it works for us. And then once the build is finished, we also have to go through certification, which is something that on console all video games have to do. And yeah, it takes some time. So for instance, 8.1 is finished. Like we are not adding anything new to 8.1, and we know exactly what is in it. And you won't be able to play it just yet because it needs to go through certification. We are sending that update to Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony, and they have to validate it, and then we can release it, right? So all this takes time, and for us to mess up with our update schedule means it needs to be something very serious.
Yeah, and it can also like mess up the later releases.
Yeah, yeah, like that's part of the reason why 8.0 was like why was 8.0 had less content that we would have liked. It's because we had to stop working on it to fix the PlayStation crashes, right?
Mhm.
So we had to go like stop what we were doing, stop pushing new content in 8.0 and fix 7.0, right? So
Mhm.
this is why we always think twice before doing it because it's wasting us a lot of time basically.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right. Let's see, what do we have next for the questions? Yeah,
This one is good.
this one is good. All right. So, did you talk to us about compensation for the weekend we couldn't connect? That's a really good question.
That's a really good question. The recent server issues were really bad. Like we checked our analytics and it was impacting a lot of players.
Mhm.
So we will be doing some compensation for that. So yeah, stay tuned for more information about it, like when it will be and how much. But yeah, we will be sending some free stuff
Yeah,
to
yeah.
your way.
Absolutely. Like, first things first, the issue has to be fixed. Otherwise, we are risking that it will
Yeah,
screw up also
yeah.
the
The
compensation.
the priority was to fix the issues. I
Mhm.
think that we are now in a much better place.
Yeah.
If you disagree, feel free to send proof and
Mhm.
evidence that this is not fixed. And yeah, basically that. So now we can think about the next step, and it feels right to do some kind of compensation.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. Now, next question. I think that we actually answered this one. What are you going to do about the spam glitch? Yeah, the rapid fire. So,
Yeah, this one we
yeah, we
already
already
covered.
covered it. Nice. Next up. So, this is about legacy seasons. Will it be chosen seasons or will they go in chronological order? In fact, we are obviously starting with season one preppers,
Mm-hmm.
as we already confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
But we do not necessarily need to go in chronological order. Actually, we would like to also include you, the community,
Exactly.
in these
Yeah.
decisions. maybe, let you vote. What would you like to see? What the next Legacy season should be? So even now, if you have opinions on that, if you have a favorite season or season that you have missed that you would like to see, let us know in the chat. Right
Exactly.
away.
Yeah, we're looking.
We have some attempts to speak Czech
Yeah, right?
in the chat.
Oh, yeah, they want beer. I'm coming and I'm also
Mhm.
getting beer. Nice.
Right. Have the dupers been dealt with yet? Not seen many for a while. This is a really good question, and it's connected to something that we were discussing with Johnny before the stream. There have been some changes made, even to the game itself, not just like us, going after the people that are mass duping. It's something that we would like to also let our partners disclose
Yeah,
the exact changes. As I said, they will be able to stream really soon, so stay tuned. During next week, you will be able to catch them streaming the new update, and you will find out more about this one.
exactly. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Next question. And we have a few seasons. Season 3
Season
right
4,
now. Season 4. Oh, yeah, season 4 is good.
Cops and
Definitely.
Robbers. I think that was season 4 also.
Warlord, wasn't it?
Ah, yeah, so
Yeah.
season 3. Yeah, different.
Nice. So, we have last few questions prepared for you. Next one, will you extend this season of Battle Pass to 75? No, we never plan to extend the seasons. I mean, our goal is to keep them as they are supposed to be. Also, during this season, there will be also legacy seasons
Yeah,
released. So,
yeah, exactly. So at least if you have finished the current battle pass, now you will have something to do in the game, something to grind for. So
exactly.
that was also one of the reasons behind legacy seasons.
And
So yeah.
this actually brings me to something really important because there are people that finished either the whole season or like part of the season, and if they are going to achieve anything or like will they get any rewards if they do the legacy seasons?
Yeah, so basically, Legacy Seasons works the way that you will pick up exactly where you left off, right? So if on that very specific season you were level, I don't know, 21, well, you would just continue from there.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty about the system. Like it's not like going back in the past. And yeah,
Yep. So that's nice. Moving on. Next question. We have, yeah, so there's multiple actually. Will certain weapons be buffed? This we actually covered.
we covered it already.
Yeah.
SG1 and H-bar are receiving nerfs, and Parker Ale is receiving some buff.
Yeah. And the second one is like a really good discussion topic, and it's if we plan to keep the feeling of the game as it is now, or if we want to make it more casual, more hardcore, or something like this, which is a really complex question, man. I mean, like,
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, that debate is going very strongly in the team at the moment because of grenades. We have to think about a lot of things. Like, we are thinking about adding some hard element because it's very difficult to spot grenades at the moment, like in the grass, for instance. So that's one of the thing we are thinking about. Like, should we have some icons showing you exactly where grenades are? Isn't it breaking the immersion too much? We also have some assistance to aim with grenades, and we are also thinking if we should put it in the game or not because it makes it
yeah.
really easy to land a perfect grenade shot or throw. And so we are like, and there is a lot of different opinions in the team at the moment. So yeah, my opinion on this is that grenades needs to be, I mean, I like to make like good plays. So if something can help me make a good play, I will take it. And I don't want to die to grenades because I didn't saw them. That's a very silly reason to
Oh,
die to
yeah.
it. So it's not realistic, but at the same time, yeah, like it it's a very big discussion at the moment, and we are not decided yet.
Yeah, true. And you can let us know in the chat, what do you think? Like, should Vigor be more like
No
casual,
grenades.
or
Well,
that's
no
one
grenades.
way of putting it. Yeah. Or if you think like it should be more hardcore and for like, you should use more
Hmm.
skill.
Yeah.
I like the way it is now. Well, that's one way to put it. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sure that there will be a lot of opinions on grenades, so we will keep an eye on it for sure.
Yeah.
And last but not least, will we potentially see new consumables in the next season?
Yeah, so this is time for us to make a call for action. Like consumables are always like a topic, and if you want to see new consumables in the game, it's actually a very good time to suggest IDs and send us your IDs about them, like what kind of consumable you would put in the game and why. Because we are not decided yet on what we will put next as new consumables, and so now is a pretty good time to influence us.
Exactly.
So yeah, just send us IDs, and yeah, we have an amazing community manager that is like looking at everything you're sending to our direction. So yeah, just send it.
Exactly. Let us know, guys. Now, moving on, we have still a few questions to cover, and then we will also get to our last giveaway. Portable signal detectors. This has been a big topic also in the chat, as I have
Yeah.
seen right now. And whether or not have we discussed like limiting it and so on, and you had a really great answer for that.
Yeah, the answer is easy. There is things about this in 8.1. We won't cover it now. It's a surprise. And if you want to know more, well, partners will be making videos and streams about 8.1 very soon. So check it out there. We let them the honor to show you that thing.
Exactly. Exactly. So they will show you. We will be, as always, featuring their videos and streams on all of our social media. So just watch out for that. You will see. Now, any more questions do we have? Yeah, there is one, and there is a lot, but we have covered most of it.
Is there
Is there a more precise Outlander cosmetic customization being implemented around these updates or sooner, such as wearing balaclavas with helmets and goggles?
right?
Really good question. So, balaclavas with helmets are not ready for 8.1,
Yeah,
but will
that's
get
sad.
into the next update along the way, which is
Yeah,
9.0.
exactly.
There's really not much else to say other than please stay tuned. It will be in there, and
Yeah.
when it comes to like more precise, like really Outlander cosmetic or outfit for PlayStation players, just watch out for the next update, man. Like you will see, you will see. I promise. There's something really exciting.
New stuff. Yeah.
Is there going to be new elimination maps or areas or any changes to the game mode itself?
Yes, not in 8.1, but we are thinking like we want to tweak elimination. The game mode is really nice, but it's lacking in some areas. Team killing is a big issue there, so
Yeah, we see
we
that for
already
sure.
mentioned it in quite a few dev streams already. We want to address team killing in elimination. The goal at the moment is to change it for 9.0. So fingers crossed we will manage to ship it, and like there will be no issues with that preventing us from doing it. But yeah, we definitely want to make changes to elimination. New maps for elimination, that's currently not being discussed. So yeah, we are tweaking elimination, but there won't be a new map just yet. The game mode can be better just by tweaking the game mode itself, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then we can build from that.
Third question. Legacy Season's official release date.
That's a big one.
That's a big one, and we promised to tell you at least something on this stream because
That is true.
So, yeah, exact date. I won't tell you exact date and time, but get ready for Legacy Seasons along with update 8.1.
Exactly.
And it will be, we are talking mostly like very early July.
Yeah, like early July. That's when 8.1 will be landing. So, yeah.
Yeah, so here you go. So you do the math, you know, when our usual release days are. So you will see. 3 to 4 weeks.
Take a guess.
Nice. And how many crowns for each former battle pass? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I have seen a few of those also in the chat, which like to be completely honest, I think that we can disclose it actually.
Alright. Okay. So, Legacy seasons will actually be cheaper than regular Battle Pass seasons. This is a good news for you guys. And the price will be 330 crowns. So that's it. It's cheaper. Go for it. Like there
Yeah.
is no reason to pass on this.
We have a really good question about it, like, or not like good question, but how large will the update be? As we said, it's a minor update. It's in between update. There will be the whole legacy seasons, which is like a big thing. But we focused mostly on
Yeah.
fixing all of the stuff that you know what has been bothering you for
Yeah.
quite a while. You can scroll back in this stream. Johanny was talking about it a lot.
Mhm.
We have a whole list of fixes that we have disclosed today.
Yeah.
So you can get ready for those. There will be a few more things here and there, but legacy seasons are definitely the biggest new feature. So yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I mean, for a mid-season update, 8.1 feels like more. There is more content to it than we usually have in those updates. There is more meaningful fixes that the community was asking for. We had enough time to push for them. So yeah, hopefully Vigor will be much more stable and much more enjoyable. And there is also a bunch of new things in that update that. So yeah, it's a bigger mid-season update than we are used to. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. I'm proud of us.
And I will just quickly run through the last two questions because we covered most of it. Any secondary
Right.
game modifications, servers, bug fixes, we covered it all.
Yeah.
Are there any plans for any new game modes? Currently not. There is nothing like we
Hmm.
want to discuss right now or like anything in
There is a
particular.
question currently that I can read, and it's about like weapon switching and the fact that consumable is disrupting the weapon switching. We are looking into this one. I don't like that bug because I think that weapon switching in general is not consistent in our game, and I don't like it, especially in shootout. That's very annoying. So yeah, designers are back on that case. They are rethinking how weapon switching works in the game, and so we are planning to put that in 9.0.
Uh, I will just quickly answer this one. Two Little Windy X
Right,
is asking about the vet looters.
right.
We try to answer your
Yeah.
question during the stream. It's in there, so make sure to scroll back to see. I'm not sure if it's going to be like, it's not completely answering the question, but we are taking steps towards that direction. But since there is nothing else right now that we can say, or like nothing in particular, I think that's all we can say about it right
Yeah.
now, really.
Well, the other thing is, it's the right time for you guys to send
To
us your
yeah,
ideas about what would be a good system for endgame progression in the game.
yeah, true.
So do it.
All right, now the exciting part, the second giveaway of today's stream, and also we are nearing the end of today's stream. So we will just wait for our moderators to let me know that we are ready for the giveaway. You guys do not have to do it. Don't worry, slow mode will be turned off for the giveaway on Twitch. So someone is predicting, but predicting does not count. I have to read the question first. So
He's smart.
let's see. Thank you, Dev team, and appreciate your honesty today. Oh, thank you so much. That's
Thank you
so
so much.
sweet. Anyway, so are we ready for the giveaway? We seem to be ready. All right, so I'm showing you the question in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So, when did lighter mementos first appear in the game? Was it update 4.1? Was it season 4, Warlords, or was it season 5, Renegades?
I actually don't know.
Oh, I was also unsure about this one. Nice. Right, let's see. We have a lot of answers in the chat right now, and they differ a lot because like this one was
This is a
really,
tricky question.
yeah, it was definitely a tricky question, and I will quickly check if they also like uh announced the winners already. Yeah, it seems like, yeah. So the correct answer is obviously season 4, Warlords. So I know that many of you actually thought it was update 4.1, but we introduced it earlier on. So that's
Really
about it.
some trickery.
All right. So thank you for joining the giveaway, guys. We are way past our bedtime right now because we have been going on for a while. Anything
There was
else
a
you?
lot to talk
Yeah,
to
exactly.
to talk
And I
about
think
today.
that it was really packed. And yeah, just
Hopefully you liked it.
exactly. Anything
Let
else you
us
would
know.
like to mention?
Not really. I think, yeah, 8.1 will be a solid update. I really think that the server issues are out of the way. There will be a compensation for the recent server issues. There is a lot of cool bug fixing that you will like in 8.1. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's a good time to play Vigor.
exactly. All right. Oh yeah, we have a really nice Czech question. The time to sleep was just a pun. I meant that we are going up 5 minutes over the time when the stream was supposed to end. So yeah. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching today. I'm sure that you still have a lot of questions. So see you on the next stream. We are doing them bi-weekly now. So you will see us a lot.
You will meet our amazing lead scripter soon.
It will be the first time actually.
Yeah, I know, I know. He's a bit stressed, but you will be nice with him. You've been nice to me, so be nice to
Hmm.
him.
All right. So thank you guys so much for coming today.
Yeah,
See you in the comments and on our social media. And
bye
yeah,
for now.
I think that's about it. Bye bye.